believe me, he do make me want to go there with him and go
Don't
pound
make
for
the same.
pound.
Don't make the same
So
mistakes 3 times.
that's okay, and he still would get told. I mean, even though he's my boss, but we have that
I'm not your
rapport.
boss.
He my boss, and he my mentor, and like I said, he could be a butt, but he know I love him.
She hasn't
So
learned how to work her radio station.
I'm learning how to work
It's
the
been 3
mothership.
months. 3 months.
Yes, and so he gets on my behind, and I'm not scared to let him go ahead and say stuff like that. He's gonna say what
So
he's gonna
her
say,
intros, he
and
had
I'm gonna
those
say what I'm gonna
intros?
say.
You
But
know,
he
how the intros came?
actually goes there with you, and he tries to push buttons. But if you push his buttons, he don't like it. Then he get an attitude, and you know how guys do because you don't want them to have a diva mode. But he's
Well, I
good
never
for
said
it.
we were
But
perfect.
he is a lovable person, and he's well respected in his community and the things that he does, and he really really tries hard to get people
They mostly
he
leave me
find
alone.
that have potential to get into what it is that they have to do and to strive and be better. So with Victor,
Mostly just stay away.
they're like the yin and yang effect when it comes to the shows. So Chicheko said, Victor, he said, how did you come into this, and how do you feel about Miko Williams being a host compared to your previous host that's been on the shows?
Oh, this is a no-brainer. I love them all because, first of all, you have to be brave to come back here and be able to deal with what we call the lion's den, where it's it's controlled by men.
God.
So anytime that you let yourself go and say, okay, I got to come down here in a technological environment, here's the producers, these are our lions. No, all of them totally appreciated what they were doing because in their own way they were supporting us. Now, talking about going into your lane, when you're saying I'm driving towards a career and I'm ready to do whatever it takes, oh no, you're a standard above. There's nobody close to you as it relates to the commitment and what you're trying to do. Not only are you doing it well, you're doing it coming from a radio perspective and background, which nobody grabbed you to tell you, convert yourself to video internet streaming. That alone, by what you're doing, and coming in here really once a week is a challenge. Now, if you choose to come in here once a week and work on your craft, then you don't get any passes if you don't set yourself up in your system like you own it and control it. So on one hand, you're doing wonderful. On the other, it's competitive prejudice. There are people who are out there slinging and banging. So on one hand, I love your commitment. And because you have a true soul. And because you have a true soul, that's what makes it really, more of those things that you want to give more. Because some people fake it and front it, and they know they don't want to do the work, but they smile at you. You're actually on the grind doing it, and that I appreciate.
Oh, thank you,
But we
thank
needed
you.
to get better.
Oh, wow.
We needed to get better, though.
Wow, it's yes, and I'm working on
In
progress.
other words, if you start with good, remember you have to develop a different perspective. For example, if you're an Olympic athlete, right? The first time you run a good time, that's great. That is great. Does that mean we don't start practicing harder? No, it means we really knuckle down now and really practice. So what I'm here to say is that it's wonderful that Miko is talented, but that becomes our starting point. And then we want her to make steady progress from that point on. So there are expectations for her based upon her abilities. But that's the way it is when you work with champions. You don't say, well, hey, once you recognize they're good, you don't sit back and go, rah, rah. Let's get to damn work.
Yes,
Let's
that's
get
true.
to work.
That is so true.
Okay.
And it's just so much to go on with that. And people don't get it twisted. There's times that, and I'm not gonna lie to you, there's times that I've had hard moments, and there's times that I felt like giving up. There's times that I just want to say fuck it and walk right on out the door. Excuse my French.
Excuse me?
But
Say
hey,
what, the F word?
yeah, I said the F word, just like y'all say the B word. So
Which word? Boo-boo?
But you know what? I have to think
Bacon.
about what it is that I'm focused on, where I'm trying to go with it. I can't quit. I'm not going to allow myself to quit because I have a lot riding on this. So, it's not an easy task to,
And you already
deal
been
with
blessed.
this.
You already been blessed,
and I
right?
still have a lot to go, and it is very competitive. And yes, Mario, I have so much more to go.
Yeah, because look how good
So
she
much
is right now,
more.
you guys. She's just starting. So my expectations for her as a DJ are already been adjusted up, as they should be. So we already know what she can do.
Yeah.
Now we want to see her attempt to approach excellence. And everybody gets to define that for themselves. It's just her potential. I just want to see her continue to improve steadily every week.
With structure.
Every week.
And
With structure and
discipline.
discipline.
Every week, progress. Every week. Because imagine how bad she is. Can you imagine how bad she's going to be in a year? Can you just imagine?
Yeah.
See, that's the way I think. I think about where you are now. Then I say, wait till you are doing this.
Yes.
You're going to be, hate to say it like this, one bad bitch. I'm telling you. She going to come in. She going to know her
So he
shit.
said that? He said
I'm
that?
just saying, she going to be bad. She going to look good.
Yes.
She going to speak well. She going to deliver. And she's going to lay out and program her stuff tightly.
And
so
you know
she
what?
can be
My
respected.
grammar is not perfect. Because, a lot of people look at me and they think everything is picture perfect. I mess up. I don't speak perfect English. And there's things that I have to work on as far as, the Navy potty mouth, trying to get rid of that, which I failed last year and the year before last, in regards to cleaning up my speech. So, I just want to let people out there know that, I'm normal and I'm human just like you, regardless of what you see that's put out there on display as far as pictures and the shows, and I think that's what makes me unique, that I could relate to everyone and I didn't forget where I came from. Not saying that I, exclude anybody, but I'm just saying that I understand what it takes to want to strive and get out of a situation or a rut and want to be classified as different, which I call unique. So, Victor, we have an actual person in the chat room that's new. And tell me, where did they say they were from? So you can
He
bless it.
answered your question. He's from Algeria,
Algeria.
which is northern African continent.
That's right.
Between Tunisia and,
That's right.
and thereabouts. I want to give respect to you, Amir.
He is an investor
I'm
out
glad
there.
you're tuning in, my brother.
Entrepreneur.
Yes.
Big time money stack. So thank you, sweetie, for chiming on in. Yeah, he's checking out Pack Stereo and also me. Why? So, so I want to say thank you, sweetie, for chiming in, and thank you for taking the time out. I know you're on a whole nother different time frame, but I love it. Thank you, representing North Africa, and I appreciate you guys for chiming in. But I have a couple of, and you know what? If you have questions, you can also ask. Type it in the chat room and I'll read it. Or you can call in, which I did inbox you the number, so he knows what it is, and just doing our thing. But I want to say something.
Really?
Yes, in regards to Mario Hensley and Victor Allen. I've been here for a short period of time.
Seems like forever.
And yeah, and people always ask me about, and when I say people, I mean my fan base, my relatives, my friends, my coworkers. What makes me unique here, and what make you guys believe in me so much? I know kind of the question was, you guys kind of answered it previously, but I wanted to address this because my family asked that you guys had so many co-hosts and hosts. Have anybody been able to pull off and been successful at what they did here and move forward outside of Pack Stereo?
Oh, yeah. A lot of our folks, we've had a lot of people come back and tell us about successes. Brandy started getting a lot more work, people seeing her based on the stuff she was doing. We also had one of our good friends, Paul Bodis, who's a naturopathy expert, holistic healthcare,
Right.
who turned his connections from here into a major international distribution network. We have a number of people completing book projects, including my good friend Dr. Herman Bell, who's bringing his book, his self completed project. So we have had, and Vic, there's other ones too, right, Vic, that we've talked to.
And I think I know also. That's why I said I've heard so many pass through stories from where it's TK Turquoise Frazier. She's been able to move on and have greater success. And our motto has always been, if you can come through here and pass along the wisdom and then take it forward and makes you greater, so be it. We love it. That's what we hope for. Now to answer, I think the question, Miko, you're saying, has had anybody been as passionate, dedicated as they tie into what your commitment is
Right.
via the integration
Yes.
model, the platform, Pack Stereo here, as somebody who's just not a co-host, but somebody who implements,
Right.
follow through,
Right.
and then also follow through what we call the mission and the plan and the initiative set forth here, what we do at Pack Stereo.
Right.
I say clearly, nobody's gotten close to you. Nobody. Now, that doesn't mean they didn't have their own success as they moved on.
Right.
But coming inside this studio, you're a sponge. You act every time we ask you something, you say, okay, I want to try it. Now, you may stumble along,
Right.
but you say, I will try it. I will implement that. So there's different types of successes. Those who move on, who I congratulate, because I love when they say back and say, this is where we started.
Yes.
This is how I started. What you've decided to do is I'm hanging, I'm staying, and I'm investing. And when somebody does that, you don't have to worry about anything else. You just ride along, get on the bus. Now, you may have to pay for some gas, but that's okay. I like chips and a little ice cream on my thing, when it comes to lunchtime. But on the real, you are on the bus. You're driving the bus. It's a little wobbly, but you got me sometimes and picked me up on the side of the road when my bus broke down, and I want to thank you for that.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh gosh, I got people popping up everywhere over here, and yeah, it feels good to hear North Africa chime in and actually liking this. They like this, So thank you,
Now,
Tom. I touch.
Now you have to,
So-
you gonna pay us for saying all that.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
sorry, good.
Yeah. Oh God. The other question came from my friend BJ. BJ wanted to know, not my sister BJ, but I actually have two friends
Ooh,
named
another
BJ,
BJ.
which is
Let me get
a
a room
female.
full of
She
them.
wanted to know, and BJ asks. Let me get to the question. Her name is BJ Lorenz. BJ Lorenz asks Mario, how do you give your people any special treatment other than me?
Well, I think I give them all special treat. It depends what you call special treatment. Okay. Remember now, you're talking to like a type A workaholic creative person. So I both want to achieve stuff, but I also want to do it my own way and respect the fact that other people want the same thing. So what Vic and I discussed a long time ago is we try to set an air of discipline and progress. And then we try to encourage people, but we don't like to take the point of view of telling people what to do. We like to encourage people mainly because we're always in the position of showing people stuff about themselves that we see in them that maybe they haven't seen. So we do a lot of that. But still, for most people, the choices to move forward have to do with your other stuff, right? It has to do with your love life, your man, your woman, your kids, the job. That's what's really affecting young entrepreneurs. That's what always affects entrepreneurs. You have to merge your entrepreneur life with your personal life, and that's a lifelong struggle. So I think what with Mika was, we gave Mika the same opportunities. She just did it more with it.
True.
More with it. Just did more with it. I was laughing at that because that was cute the way he said it. Did more with it. He had a little accent at the end. Hey, that's how it goes though. But let me see. I'm trying to pull up. Dana, I just clicked off of her. Dana wanted to know, how often do you allow your co-host or host of any shows to work independently and brand themselves in regards to having people come on their shows? That's to the
Mario,
both of you.
for who?
Well, they work.
Both of you.
They always work in. I always assumed from the beginning that everybody wanted their own empire. That's what made us different.
Right.
In other words, the difference between Pakistan, we assume everybody wants to be their own empire. So what we try to do is to set up a collaborative environment where we can collaborate. Because my thing is that once you get to know me, you gonna want me on your team anyway. I've never had a problem. Once you get to know Vic, you're going to want him on your team. Once you get to know us, you're going to want us on your team. So we base it on that, but we assume everybody wants to have their own empire. And when people come to us, they usually attempt to run their own empire. What happens is we're the first examples of people really doing it, and at that point, a lot of them abandon it. When they see what we're doing, they kind of don't want to work that hard. Now you can continue to do it. I'm just saying they just tend to not want to work that hard.
Okay. Well, I'm for it. I always say no matter what, I figure if I learn the hardest task first, then everything else should fall in place because I've learned from the hardest and the roughest situation. So if I could learn from that, take the discipline and learn how to, implement that into my daily activities of what I do, then everything else should fall in place and come easy. So that's what people don't know. That's what, I'm up for the challenge. I might fuss, I might complain, I might do all kind of things, but yeah, I'm definitely up for the challenge. So a lot of people, see the show part of me, but they don't see the behind the scenes stuff, and that's what they're more trying to understand is what is it that I go through, and they don't want to see the cute stuff. They want to see, does she get cursed at? Do she get reprimanded?
she gets cooked
Do she do she get punished? Time out? Does she mess up?
Yep.
Yes, I mess up.
Yep.
I definitely
Yeah,
mess
she-
up.
like, she
I mess
really-
up a lot, but
She doesn't handle the dishes.
that's the A-type people. Butterflies.
People rarely handle the dishes the way
But
you are.
that
but-
being said, that's just Mario being
Hey,
Mario.
but here's the thing. This is the part that you're kind of doing right. When I tell you, I said, Miko, let this go and pay attention to this. You kind of at least try to do that. For example, the Miko Williams TV channel is up there, and we've always told people just have it up. Just let it kind of go with you and grow with you while you learn it in public. Learn it in public.
Right.
So at least Miko's has hers, and she's using it more regularly. She actually does more, even though we're not even using it really. She still uses it the right amount for now while she's learning the other things. So that's why you can go there right now, MikaWilliams.com, and take a look at Mika Williams TV because the whole point is to see her attempt to build her own. So my thing, I build long-term relationships because the question really was about our people working outside. I encourage anyone that I work with to find themselves, to make themselves happy, and to be productive. And I think that I used to say that I can increase other people's productivity by usually 200 to 300%. That whatever you're doing, when you work with me, I can double or triple your output. Okay. Now, while keeping your lifestyle manageable. Now that's to be seen. We'll see how Miko says as she attempts to run her empire, right? Because that's the whole thing.
That's
you
the whole
have to
thing.
live
Yes,
it, right?
I have
you have
it.
to live
Yes, Miko Williams ENT, and yes, you guys
How
get to
many
see me
days
go
a week?
through it.
Yeah, how many days a week?
It's
are you working?
ongoing
Okay.
as far as the thought process, the planning part. I'm still getting in the mix with that with Victor Allen, and he's helping me with that. As far as the mentorship and the appropriate way of doing things in regards to planning. So yeah, it's a lot of work. It's not easy, and there's things that I try to do. If I have an idea, I'm one of those, reaction people, and I'm trying to get away from that. So, there's times that I get so passionate about something. If I have an idea, I'm like, oh. And I'm like, oh my God, try this, and I could do this. And my mind starts to, that wheel goes forward, and it's like turbo. It has to wear off, or you have to say, Miko, wait a minute. Stop. Think about it. Then I have to get a notepad or my iPad and, write it out and kind of, troubleshoot myself on what it is that I'm trying to present and how is it going to benefit me in the way that I'm putting myself out in social media. So there's a lot of steps to things that I do, and there's a lot of things that I have to correct. So anybody that's out there that's watching, that's actually into this or want to get into this, you're going to make mistakes. Nothing's going to be perfect. And, as long as you keep trying and you get it right and you learn from it, then you'll be on your way. You're on the
Without
right path.
abandoning self, because the thing I always remind you is that you have natural skills that we seek to tie into what you do from the beginning. What do we mean? Specifically, Miko's social media interaction, we have said from the beginning that because remember, whatever you like to do it's because that's important. See, our emphasis is different. So Miko likes to do her social media.
Oh,
and
definitely.
because she likes to do it, and the ways we would say, well, let's add some structure to that and do more of that because that's one of her naturally gifted areas. And so that's my point. Whatever your gifted area, we try to sniff it out, then just try to have you get a little more structure, but continue your gifted area. So we don't want to change
Right.
the fact that she loves this degree of social media. What we want to do is adapt and use it and make it more protocol so that it can be used as part of our village, our sharing of who we are with people. And that's the way we encourage everybody. Look at yourself, do a personal inventory, but the goal is to take and use those things that you automatically like to do.
Regina Martinez said, Mario, this question is directed to you. How often do you get into social media, and how come she don't know who you are?
I get on there daily, except I'm neurotic and nutty and halfway hiding from people.
He does get on there.
I'm on there daily.
She's
It's
listening.
just that, you know what? See, the whole thing with for people like me, and there's a lot of nut people out there. Because, and let me just tell you, that's why I don't give you
You know
a break.
what? See, he went from there. See, Regina,
I
I
don't
didn't
give you a
want
break.
you to
said
take him
nut.
from 0 to 60 as
No.
nutty. So some people out
A
there,
lot of us been hiding for
she
various
laughing. She
reasons.
said, "Ooh wee." She said, "Honey, let me tell you, it take one to know one.
That's
I
what
got
I'm
you,
saying.
girl."
We know. That's why I can talk about it. A lot of us have been hiding from various aspects of life, of ourselves.
Ooh.
And so
She said, "You must be old."
social media calls us out.
She said that.
Yeah,
I'm
it
just
does.
reporting.
Young folks, you came up with it, so it's not quite the same.
No, she's older too.
Yeah, older
She's-
folks.
she's older.
It challenges you. It challenges you about what you want to share, and because I myself one day, in the midst of like having 10, 12 parties a year, I just dropped out.
What-
One day I just had enough of
Cynthia Williams chimed in and she said, "Mario," she said, "you don't have to explain nothing to nobody. She understand, and she's a youngin'. So
I'm
do
trying
you?"
to do better though, because I think the example that I'm trying to tell my people is that I'm a struggle with it. And what I decided to be honest about was that it was a struggle. I had to be honest, because people say, how can you hide out but do a show? Because I said that's what nutty people do. Nutty people will be on TV and then go to a hole. So being on the show isn't really interacting with people one-on-one. It allows you to create an environment which you are under control. So it's not even the same challenge as you getting on Facebook for an hour and talking to people.
Well,
But-
Mario, hold on, because Cynthia Williams just said, if you're gonna show, you gotta be about it. If you're gonna walk it, you gotta talk it at the same
or
time.
at least try.
Right.
In other words,
So-
what I'm saying is I think I represent what the same as most people. Except the difference I think is that unlike most of you, I'm not running from my issues. I'm kind of
Oh.
running at them. They're on the wall. There's nothing you can tell me about me that I don't know about me.
Regina just said, how is it that you're able to have that mentality when you are not trying to, what'd she say? She said, how is it that you have that mentality when you are in the mentorship role as the leader and you're saying that you don't demonstrate it yourself?
Because one of the things that you have to do, even from a leadership position to me, is acknowledge imperfection. My father did this very well with me. In other words, as a leader, this is why people try to act like they're not mentors or they're not leaders because
Yeah.
they say, I'm not worthy or I'm not. Yeah, you are good enough. You tell people about how you made mistakes.
Cynthia said right, Mario.
If
She
only
agreed.
people who can hit home runs can teach, then there are no teachers. 'Cause no,
Cynthia say amen to that.
I'm telling you, this is hard
Cynthia,
for
like
me
you.
every day. And all I represent is the person who wouldn't give up. That's what I
Okay,
represent.
Regina just said valid point.
Yeah,
She said
I'm not
valid point.
I appreciate saying thank you, Lord, for every day I get better.
Okay.
Every day I
Well,
get
I
better.
see the ladies over here chiming in on Facebook while the men
Yeah.
are chiming in on Pack Stereo platforms. So it's interesting to get two
I'm just
different
saying.
feedbacks.
You
So-
can't wait till you're perfect to start telling people or helping people around you.
Right.
That's not the way you have to take yourself with all your imperfections and represent that you too are leadership. Okay? And that's where you have to be willing to step forward. Despite your flaws. And you could tell people not to make the mistakes that you made. You know, let me give you a quick example. You know what I tell young people all the time? I say, funny. No one ever says they wish they had started having sex earlier.
Oh,
Have you met
Lord.
anybody? Have you ever met anybody who says, gee, I wish I had started having sex earlier?
Cynthia said TMI. Regina
No one
said
says
help
that.
him, help him.
No
So
one
got
ever
you, girl,
says
got
that.
you, girl. Regina,
No
that's
one.
cool. Cynthia, thank you. And you know what, ladies, if you want to hear more about Mario Hemsley, they said they like you, you're cool. They said they like you, you're cool. Hold on. If you want to hear more about Mario Hemsley and Victor Allen, because this is my reality at Pax Stereo, dealing with both of my mentors, which is the CEO and the VP, that are both standing here before me. They really mean business and they get down to business. So they're not slackers by any means. And I just want to let you ladies know that I'm going to actually be playing some of their music on Reverb Nation. So if you like it, you can download it, you can support it, you can chime in, you could actually comment and actually put it on your Facebook. So do that, Regina and Cynthia, for me. So Smooth, I see you, sweetie. And Tom Touch, thank you for listening. And just stay tuned because we're actually going to go into this second segment, which is called Bump It or Junk It. So I'm going to go ahead and play that. And while we do that, we're going to come back to Bump It or Junk It right after the segment of the intro. So check it out. Listen. Bump It or Junk It, where we showcase your indie artist. I'm your host, Miko Williams. Let's go.
The current state of music is always changing as we slowly embrace a full digital life revolution. Uploading acapellas, drum beats, and guitar riffs to the World Wide Web from one countryside to the next. It's an international love affair, and new music is our gift to the free world. Our freedom of expression is only limited by our creativity, so we stand together, and because of it, our voices are lifted.
Hey, guess what? Welcome back, welcome back. But you know, that's my favorite song I like to play. But I'm going to go ahead and turn it down. Well, you can still hear the song. But, you know, welcome back to Bump It or Junk It, where we showcase your indie artists. I'm Miko Williams, your host for tonight. And this is the second segment. And what we like to do is actually rate your music and talk about your music and actually judge it. So, you know, usually I give a shout out and a thing to CC Mixter, but tonight we're going to actually be doing something with Mario Hemsley and Victor Allen on Reverb Nation. So Reverb Nation has a lot of very good indie artists, and up and coming artists, which is indie artists. And what they do is they really hit the grind. So we don't discriminate. We play all genres of music, any and everywhere, on here, on this show. So if you think you have what it takes to be on here for us to bump it, mean we like it, and we want to rate it and give it high ratings, come on here or send your stuff to my email, and I'll put that out on my Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Or if we don't like it, or if it doesn't get enough ratings, then you know it's junk it. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and listen to Reverb Nation, to some of our people in here, what I call Mario Hemsley. You know, he got me thinking about a song that I thought was his, and it's not. My bad. I really did think that it was his song, but it's not. It's by someone else. But he has so many talents and so many skills, and you know, his background speaks highly of him in two different directions. And you know, he used to actually, do a lot with groups that came in here that were indie artists. And I'll let him tell a little bit about, some of his people he had once upon a time. And then we're going to hear some of his music that he have on Reverb Nation. So welcome back, Mario Hemsley, the CEO of Pax Stereo, the man with all the plans. Hey, Mario.
So
well,
funny.
you know.
So, like, I want everybody to understand. We all wash dishes and cook around here.
Yes,
but
we
so
do.
Mika doesn't tell me when I'm the whole...
That's what you get.
You guys, she doesn't tell me
Well,
anything.
Cynthia and
So I
Regina,
want you to know.
just check them
she's
out.
fully
Reverb
empowered.
Nation.
She set it
She
up.
does
I
whatever
sure
she
did.
wants. She do whatever the hell she wants.
And I don't believe that. Not every.
Well, look like this. She knows how to challenge me to come be part of the show. I would have worn a different scarf for you.
That's okay.
It's not a rag.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you what they actually said. I'm gonna show it to you.
So
You
they
really
look
go,
like a hood-
Vic?
I look
Didn't you
like a
see
hood
it?
rat?
Yes, I saw it.
No,
like a
no,
hood
no, no,
rat?
no, no. They was hating on you in a
No,
good way.
It was a good.
It was a
hate.
good hate.
It was a good hate.
A
All
good
I know
hate.
I look a little raggedy.
Oh, it wasn't
sometimes.
definitely that. Oh, no, no,
But
no.
I fix up well. I fix up well.
They're just trying to figure out. It's a picture that you took with me that's getting you all the haters in the world. And let me tell you, from women to males, the males are trying to figure out how is it that you're so close to me. Now you know. And the women trying to figure out who am I and why. So I'll show you the
I
picture.
need a little rumors.
Yes, honey.
Can I get a rumor?
Oh.
I'll take a rumor anyway.
Oh God. Okay.
Now look at this.
Yes,
is what I
yes.
like.
So
Go ahead.
tell about the group you had that got signed and what happened.
Oh,
'Cause-
okay. Well, the history is that
And then
as
we're
an
gonna play your
indie
music
label,
afterwards.
As an indie label, I had friends. I met people, and as I was at the time, I was developing the Hemsley Foster project along with Irvin Foster, where we had come together as a writing team, and we were attempting to do songwriting in the studio. This studio right here,
Yep. Yeah,
home
definitely.
converted home garage. Right around that time, I met. I had a friend, Gordon Jones, who I met some of his buddies who were sort of like black rockers at the time, and they had this whole concept of what they called ghetto metal.
Oh.
And so we ended up doing an album with Spade Ghetto Destruction. I called it Straight to 8. We recorded them all here in the studio. This is how I learned to mic drums. I read articles and got books and stuff on micing the drums, mic'd up the drum set, recorded them. When I say straight to 8, they just went through all their songs, recorded everything straight down the 8-track, and I mixed it later. The thing was, even recording them, all you could hear was drums in the room. Everything was so loud. All you could do was sort of set your levels and hope everything went into the recorder great. 8 tracks live.
Mm-hmm.
So that group, Spade Ghetto Destruction, got signed by Zoo Records.
Oh.
So they did get signed. And it was so funny because it happened fairly quickly and the people around us were kind of shocked. But there was the air at the time of a lot of things going on, and that was part of it. And so Spade Ghetto Destruction. At the same time, we had things going on with Vic, with Tesman Vic, the Tesman Vic project between Cortez Douglas and Victor Allen, who were my two main buddies here in the studio, with Victor Allen and Cortez Douglas. And the whole point was that I was slowly investing in buying equipment because I had been sort of a DJ techie. That techie, see, the word didn't exist. So I had been a guy who was in the stereo equipment, okay? How's that, okay? And playing records. And so I slowly started making the studio. And that's how the plan was. We would use that to attract musicians. Vic and I talked about it because we couldn't play anything. That's
Right.
the irony of today. In the beginning, Victor and I were the two guys that couldn't sing, play. Well, we could dance. I mean, we could reasonably dance. We could sing some, but just not enough to be an artist. And so we also ended up being songwriters and producers. And that's part of the amazing journey.
Well, let's go ahead and play some music by you because we're going to do a transition on Reverb Nation, and what I'm going to do is actually play some music by Mario Hemsley. If you go on Reverb, the song is called Simply Silence. Let's check it out. See if I can get it to play because it's really nice. Let's see if I can get this to play where you guys can actually hear it because I picked it last night and I thought it was really nice. Check it out. This is Mario Hemsley.
This is autobiographical.
Once again, we're all alone, simply staring at each other, at lost for words, and yet there's so much to say. And so it seems that words get in the way. And with nothing more to say, all's quiet.
how I try. I never show what I feel inside. It hurts you and you cry. This I know. Words seem only to get in the way. Lost searching for the ones to say. All I feel is you. You don't know. I turn and then you ask again. So my thoughts return to when I thought I knew. You did too. We were so wrong. So you ask me how I feel. Now's the time for being real. For words are few. I look at you in silence.
That's right.
Now I look before I leave. Now I think before I speak. It hurts the things you say with simply silence. Words get only in the way, searching for the things to say. I hurt you with simply silence. Look deep inside. My eyes can tell no lies. It should come as no surprise. The things you see. If you just trust what you feel, I'm certain you know what is real. Trust your heart and feel. Ooh, the words. Now I look before I leave. Now I think before I speak. It hurts the things you say
That's right.
with simply silence. Words get only in the way, searching for the things to say. I hurt you with simply silence. Simply silence. Simply silence. I hurt you
The autobiographical song.
with simply silence.
A song written for those of us who don't express ourselves.
Simply
Those
silence.
of us don't say I love you
I'll
enough.
never do you wrong. Simply silence. My love for you will always be strong. Simply silence. I love you so much, baby. Simply silence. Please, please, stay in my life. Simply silence. My love for you
How many of us
will always be
don't
strong.
communicate enough?
Girl, you don't have to worry.
Gotta learn how to say I love you all the time. Say it all the time. Show it all the
I
time.
love you. You are the one that I need.
I asked my brother.
Please, please, stay in my life. Simply silence.
I like that.
No one could
get that for free right now at packstereo.tv. Go to our free music page.
That's right. That's
you can
right.
get that for free. We're
And that's a
giving that
nice
away.
song. You know, a lot of people, when I was going through the song selections, I was like, I like songs that give you a message. So Vic was like, you one of those type of women, huh? And I said, yeah, you know. He was like, typical, typical, typical. And I was like, yeah, typical. I mean, because I want to hear something that I can relate to. So he was laughing because he was like, what song did you pick of mine? And I said, I'm not going to tell you. I said, I'm just going to wait. And then he goes, no, you got to tell me because I got to put it in metadata. And I was like, oh, dang it. You know, I have to tell him now. So, you know, he was like, I'd be surprised what songs you might actually pick. So there is one that I actually like that's unique because it's a live song. So I'm going to actually play that one. It's called The Realm by Victor Allen. So check it out, everyone. See what you think.
Oh, this is live from the pajama party.
Yeah.
This is live from one of our pajama parties.
So, you know.
Cortez Douglas on vote. One of my favorite songs by Victor.
Thank you, Tom. He said he liked your song, Mario.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, you gotta get the finger clapping, snap it going. Hey.
Lyricist on this one. And co-writer of the music, Victor Allen.
Girl, I wonder if you had a love, someone who would want to just give their all. Well, I guess it's time for you to know that I'm in love with you, girl. You see, love is something real. Girl, you know it's time to let you feel. Don't you ever go away. Please just stay around.
Oh, there go Mario. Watch out, ladies.
Ooh, girl.
I love this song.
Around. Oh, yeah, yeah. You see, and every time you walk this way, I don't know what I am just going to say. All I need for you is just stay around. Oh, around. Oh, girl, and my love, don't you feel? Girl, I'm always here. I will be there for you. And if you want to be with me, all you gotta do, baby, just stay around. Yeah. Oh, lady, around and hold. Yeah, yeah, baby, yeah, yeah. Girl, you see, love is something real, yeah. All you gotta do is feel it, baby. And, I never let you go, baby. Yeah. Oh, baby, I won't let you go, no. No, 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 girl. I just stay, girl, stay. Around, oh my love, I won't let you go, not for a minute. Around, I'll be there, oh yeah. have to do with stay, girl.
Coming up, we got a caller.
All right now.
Oh, my love.
Margot, just hold on, sweetie. We'll be right with you in a few minutes.
You're live.
Hey, Margot, how you doing? You're live on the air with Miko Wim from Bump It or Junk It. I'm doing fine, sweetie. You just heard the music. That was actually by the VP of Pack Stereo TV, Mr. Victor Allen. And yeah, you're on live with me. So, hey, thank you. It's romantic, isn't it?
Girl, what can I do? Yeah.
You can actually go on Reverb Nation and you can actually download the song, and you know, it's free.
Now, who's this, Margot?
Hey, this is Margot. Margot, say
What's
where
happening,
you're
Margot?
calling from. What state and city, sweetheart?
Hi, how are you?
Bye, Margot.
Hi. Hi, how are you?
Fine.
Pretty
Where you
good, pretty
calling
good.
I
from?
just had. I'm calling from Hawthorne, California.
All right. Big ups to Hawthorne, California. Much love to you, sweetie. So go ahead and tell them
Right
what
on
it
El
is.
Segundo.
And I'm so
my wallet.
familiar. That's right. So you know what?
Well,
Go right
I
ahead.
was just going to ask a simple question. I don't know what the topic is tonight.
The topic is actually about me.
But, oh, you know what? And that the question was about you because your skin tone and mine are very close.
Hey.
And that pink is really pretty. It's like a fuchsia.
Oh, thank you.
And I was just wondering. I mean, you've seen me. I'm wondering, would that work for me? in,
Yeah,
like, most
sure.
outfits
It
or
sure would. It
whatnot?
sure would. Fashion tips, hey.
Yeah, I like that. Fashion tips for Margot.
Margot,
Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
it's actually you can go and get this lipstick. Everybody asks because it's my signature color, you know, and a lot of women do ask that question about why do I wear fuchsia lipstick, and it's by Revlon. I wear their stuff. MAC has it as well. It's a little bit more expensive, but MAC has it.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's called raspberry, and then they have another one called fuchsia. They're the same color, just one has more purple than the other. That's all. So yeah, you can rock it too, girl.
Oh, okay. Oh, it is really pretty. And
Thank
it's
you.
Very pretty. Well, everything you really wear, it's very pretty. And I was
Thank
like,
you.
oh, wow. Yeah, you're welcome.
I
and
like
if I
that.
could wear heels, girl, I tell you, you're rocking 'em.
Thank you, thank
You're
you,
rocking 'em.
thank you. We'll give big ups to Victor
But, you
Allen
know,
for the photos.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, he's actually
Yeah,
here. Say hey, Vic.
I'm just trying to concentrate on walking.
I know that's right.
Some Vans for me.
All right.
Trying
So,
to get better. I'm doing a little better.
Yeah.
No wheelchair, no walker, no more. Just
oh,
the
okay.
cane.
Oh, okay. Okay, I remember you were
And I-
hospitalized for a
I
few.
think that's kind of awesome.
Thank
Yeah.
Oh,
you.
definitely.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she was sick for a minute.
Congratulations.
And she's been watching the show, and she's
Yeah.
been dedicated, and she's been
Yeah,
very
things are
supportive. So I
getting better,
thank you.
Definitely. Definitely.
God bless you,
I'm still
Margot.
I'm out and about still.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I
And I'm
like
checking
that.
out your clothes and your shoes, Miss Miko.
Oh,
They're
thank
all
you.
working, girlie. Beautiful.
Thank you so much. I
Oh,
appreciate it.
shoot. That's why that was the question. I was like, it was real simple.
That's
I was
okay.
just like, I know, but you could wear reds too, so I figure I could probably wear red. I used to wear reds back in the days.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to try it out again.
Okay.
And I'm the same. I go different places. If I see it and I like it, I'll get it.
Right.
The color's working.
Right. And you
it.
know what? I love that, and I appreciate you on that for calling in and actually asking the question. Much love to you. And you know, like I said, thank Victor Allen for the photos, and he's the one that does a lot of the planning for the pictures and stuff for the shoot ads. And you know, right about now, we're gonna, if you want to stay on hold and listen to some of the music, you can actually rate it and tell us what you think. Join our chat line as well. We're 5 minutes into the show before it ends, so just check it out. We have 2 more songs to play, maybe 1 more song to play. And I'm going to play the song by Victor Allen, and I'm going to have you on hold while we listen to the rest of the music. So just sit back and relax, okay? And I appreciate you calling into the Miko Williams Show. You're on live.
Okay.
Thank you, sweetie. So back to what I was saying. Thank you for calling. You know, sometimes we have our callers call in, and we love the family touch, and for them to actually call in. And you know, big ups to Africa up that way. You know, them listening for Mr. Tom. And the next song I want to play before we actually run out of time is also by Victor Allen, and he was really laughing at the one. It's called "I'm Coming for You." So let's listen because it's a little old school.
Oh, this is nasty.
It's kind of nasty,
It's not nasty.
like Janet Jackson. Here we go.
Margot, listen to this and see what you think.
You know, it's not that bad. It's just a long time ago.
It's nasty. Adult content. If you have any children in the room, please make them leave out because we don't want to be responsible. That is Pack Stereo TV. Disclaimer.
You're just wrong.
Hey, Vic. What's that line right there? The man that'll do what now?
Girl, if I come, just hold on. Give you the love, let me get to know you. I promise you, I'll follow through. Don't be afraid for you, I will wait, it takes time. You will know, I'll take you there. I'll take you there. I know this time it's time to make love with you. Yeah. In my mind, it's calling you, girl, it's only you. You don't know my baby, don't know my baby girl. I thought about you for a long, long time. I feel love, baby, drive you right out of your mind. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm coming for you, baby, in the blind. You need a man, baby, get your baby from behind. Are you ready for me, baby, to love you down? Let me kiss you all over my body, my body, my reality.
I just think it's great to see we have that history.
Exactly.
Victor as a lyricist. Everything done right here in this same room, same spots, same folks. All of these, I just did the final mix. Vic, and I had Vic's do the rough mix, right? Vic had to do the whole rough mix, so I wanted to just sweeten it. Yeah, Vic did the rough mix, then we did the final stuff. By then, it had changed. Used to be I couldn't mix Cortez and stuff, and then it finally got to where I had to mix Cortez and stuff. It was my job. That's Cortez Douglas on vocals. Program the music. He and Victor would sit there. Cortez would play all the music. Victor would work with him on the arrangements. Tirelessly. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for me. Coming forever.
Oh God, goodness gracious! Wow.
What you coming for? What you coming for?
Well, Mario, what we gonna do before we get out of here? We actually gonna open up the mic and let her say what she like about this.
Margot, we
so
coming
let's
back
do
to you,
that right now.
Margot. You come, Margot.
All right, Margot. So how you like that song? That was by our VP, Victor Allen, and also by Mario Hensley. How you feel about that song? Was it sexy or not? Thank you.
Thank
yes,
you.
yes,
Oh,
yes,
that's what I'm
yes,
saying.
yes. That's right. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. But
You thought the same?
hey, I felt the same. But we always say, where did that music go? But you know what? It's time to go.
Yeah.
It's time to go. So what I'm going to do is say thank you for chiming in tonight
you,
and come back
Margot.
every Sunday night and join the show, or you can tune in Tuesday night at 8:00 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we showcase and do the Quiet Storm show, and it's a little bit more music that you like. And remember, you will be the DJ, a part of the crew.
But what happens
So-
at 7 p.m.?
Hey, we gonna worry about that 8 p.m. because we want her to chime in the 8 p.m. We ain't worried about the 7:30, honey. But yeah,
7
definitely the
p.m.
8 p.m. sweetie. Chime in Tuesday nights and Sunday at 7:30. So we got to go, and that's the Miko Williams show of
Thank
Bump It
you,
or
Margot.
Junk It, and I appreciate you, sweetie. For everybody out there that's in
Okay,
chat
thank
room,
you.
chat land, thank you, sweetie. And for Mr. Tom, thank you. So smooth, I see you, sweetie. Thank you. And guess what? We're gonna end this show on that note and rate and put it on hashtag and Twitter, Pack Stereo TV. Also Victor Allen, Mario Hensley, hashtag Miko Williams Show, and Bump It or Junk It. That's it, and we out. Check it out.
Yeah, nah, man, you know we gotta do a joint for the ladies, right? So every club worldwide, we gonna move y'all like this. Come on, bounce, bounce, bounce.
I can tell you what you need
Hey girl,
by the way you be eyeing me.
hey girl,
This time I'ma show you how. Turn me on, but I'ma freak you out.
hey girl,
Woman, get loose to this.
hey girl,
Don't need a man to be with.
hey girl.
The fly woman here tonight. Get down if the mood is right.
It's Friday night when the club lines be